we are seeing in detail monuments of Hampi. In the context, in this lecture, we are going to see Lotus Mahal. Lotus Mahal, as it means, a mahal or a residence for the queen which looks like a lotus. So it is called as Lotus Mahal. It is situated in Janana complex. So that is the Hampi. Once you come inside, there is a guarded and fenced door. In that it is situated. Hampi is very, very important, not only from those who follow religion, but also for those who follow history and for also those who want to know why India was called as the most prosperous country in the world, why Vijayanagar was called as the richest town, richer than Rome at its time, that is in 15th century. So for that it has to meet certain criteria. It has to have a biggest trading center. It was the biggest trading center in Asia as far as horses, diamonds, gold, silver are concerned. Not only that, it was also a biggest market for the weapons, then also for those who want to sell their horses, then the camels, believe it, camel I said, even camels were sold here, and the city was so prosperous that it had a supermarket of diamonds, silver and gold separately, horse market separately, so also a market of pan supari, that was also a separate big market having stalls, hundreds of stalls were there. Now all these things were attracting many foreign visitors. Is it that the only place for trading? No, it was also a historical place. A lot of events mentioned in Puranas and Ramayanas have occurred here. This was a Kishkinda in Puranas. In Ramayana, it was the birthplace of Lord Hanumana. It was a kingdom of Vali and Sugriva's, and Prabhu Ramachandra has stayed here while going to Sri Lanka for a couple of days. He has worshipped here Shiva, whose temple is still there, and also there are many other architectural, iconological, temple designing point of view, like a Vithala temple which has got a musical pillars. Here there are plates which can sing. After Vithala temple, you can also see big Gopuram that was there in the Hampi. Big Gopuram singing pillars of Vithala, and also royal enclosures. Now, royal enclosures means it was a king's palace and a place for activity at that time. You can see ruins, but that can give you how much gorgeous it would have been. We have heard of stories of Telani Ram and Krishna Dev Raya, which has occurred here. Now here there are big elephant stables, which means that they have large number of elephants with them. They were having processions of horses, elephants there in front of stable. Then they have a large zanana, which was including a lotus palace. Then also there is Queen's Bath, summer palaces. Their queens were staying absolutely in comfort. And what kings were doing? Every day morning they were going for a war exercises. That was in front of elephant stable, where they had teachers right from Mongolia. So they are learning all arts of war here. And you can also see certain pushpakaranis, that is wells, the designing of which is at such a geometry and with such a preciseness that you will be just stunned looking at it. And believe it, it was constructed in a very short time. Go anywhere in the town, you will find a Gopuram of Virupaksha temple. Go anywhere in town, you will see hills of the Matinga hills, then Hanuman birthplace, that is Anjanadri hills. So also many temples, many supermarkets. So do visit Hampi. After a brief idea, main aim of our series is to give you a brief idea about multiple monuments. However, that is not possible to cover in one lecture. Therefore, we have got multiple lectures. Stay tuned to us, see our multiple videos, subscribe to us and enjoy the wealth of knowledge and know why India was the most powerful, why Vijayanagara Samrajya was most powerful, why it was the largest supermarket, why it was attracting tourists all throughout, and what was the technological advances. Let's get going to each topic. Now, tour to Hampi incorporate or incomplete without visiting Lotus Mahal. So it is a must. It is one of the finest architecture design palaces that are uniquely identified by its lotus-like structure. The glorious building is within the Zanana enclosure, a segregate area that is used by the royal women of the Vijayanagara dynasty. Looking at that, you can find out what must be a royal life of these females. The males were practicing in the morning their war practices, then they are busy with the puja, the rituals, and then they were attending the darbar where they had to look after the praja, that is their people of their dynasty. Now Lotus Mahal is also called as Chitrangini Mahal. It is an important secular structure in the Hampi. The Lotus Mahal is an example of Vijayanagara style of architecture and is a two-storied construction built in a marble masonry and finely plastered. So plastered is one of a recent thing as far as chronology is concerned in Vijayanagara architecture. The structure was used as a residue or residence for the royal family of Vijayanagara. The Lotus Mahal literally means a palace of lotus. The palace stands around a wall compound near the royal center. The structure is laid off symmetrically with equal projections on four sides. The dome gives an illustration of an open lotus bud. This is appreciated when you are seeing from the side, but will be definitely better appreciated if you have got a drawn picture or if you have got a three-dimensional imagination power by which you can imagine how it will look from the up. And that's why the dome is like a lotus bud. The curvatures of the palace are inspired by the Islamic architecture and protect the palace from the harsh water conditions. It has two stories with arch openings at multiple places surrounded by elaborate plaster designs. It has total 8 pyramidal towers over the corner and one big tower in the middle of the structure and is supported by 24 pillars. The pyramidal tower is influenced by Indian architecture. So it's a combination of Indian and Islamic architecture and called as Indo-Islamic architectural type or Vijayanagara type. The pillars are decorated with stone carved with aquatic animals. There are aquatic animals and also plants. The place is built by bricks and mortar. So here they have made use of the bricks. That's another invention when we go to the temple architecture or building architecture. The temple were the earlier in the stones. Anyway, we have got it in some other video. The ground floor is raised on a high ornated stone basement with doubled rescue angles. Now place is built in a Zanana enclosure which was reserved for royal women of Vijayanagara and was restricted for outside people. According to historical accounts, the structure was built to serve as a royal women's empire. Also, the king Krishna Devaraya used to use it as a council chamber for the meeting with his ministers. So multi-purpose you can say it. The palace was also used as a relaxing place for a royal family. It is one of the few structures that did not suffer any major damages when Hampi was invaded, owing to many invasions by Deccan sultans and improper maintenance in earlier days. People has taken away things to their home. The places was ruined and was lost most of the carved decorations in the restoration work. Restoration work is done good by the archaeology department, but whichever was wooden doesn't have long life. So most of the structure which were wooden are lost. Whichever structure which had a foundation of stone are still seen. Now look at the protection. Big wall, small door, guarded entrance, and very limited people can only enter inside Today there is a ticket for it. Now you have come inside, you are seeing watchtowers, then basement of the water tank, then big lawns, then guard towers. This each and every monument of this is on different videos. Look at the maintenance. Now we have started seeing Lotus Mahal. Everything of royal family should be preserved. There are preserved monuments, ornaments, then the day-to-day use utensils. Everything has got importance. And the best part of archaeology, they develop a museum in these premises and they keep the things in this. So even if we go today, we can see them. So this is Janana enclosure, and the part of it is Lotus Mahal. So this will be, when we are going to it, it will be part of the surroundings. Now let's go directly how it looks like inside. This was a Jalam Mahal. Then we are seeing remnants of it. Some people try to climb it, but the guards do not allow to go up. Lot of school boys, lot of trips are coming, lot of free open air. See, all are guarded. All are guarded. Now this was a Queen's Palace. There's a guard house. We are seeing all structures in more detail, not only of the monuments which we are discussing, but also the surrounding. Here comes the palace. You can see the height is called Lotus Palace, two-storied with Indo-Islamic architecture, fairly well preserved. We are seeing it from all angles. 360 degrees, you can have a look at it. You can see the palace. This is with panoramic view, so that you can get all around views. Very busy, very crowded. Now this has, we have come to out of it, and what is it? Elephant enclave, elephant stable. Look at this elephant stable, and next to it is the official building where nowadays the museum is there. So this was a Lotus Mahal along with its surrounding. Let's come to end of this lecture. There are a lot of lecture detailing a lot of facts about the royal treasures of the past, Indian heritage and history, then temple architecture. All we are covering in our lecture. Do visit our website. If you are liked, give us a like and subscribe if you wish to receive continuous informative lectures. Thank you, goodbye, and take care.